Hey. Okay, got it. Hey y'all, what's going on? Howdy do? How everything shaking out for everybody? How's everything shaking out for everybody? Okay, yeah, nah, perfect, perfect. Y'all know what? I be proud of myself. I do this all by myself. You know what I'm saying? The setting up, you know, everything, right? Sometimes I get it right. Hey Eve, hey Nick, my girls, what's happening, y'all? Miss Black, hey, hey, hey. Y'all right on time. I was a little minute earlier because I just, listen, y'all. I've been watching, in between YouTube, I've been watching Godfather Harlem, right? It got me in the chokehold. I almost forgot to come in here. Thank you, Eve. Thank you. Did it all by myself, child. Did it all by myself. One of my girlfriends gave me instructions. I followed the instructions and got it right. Now, when I tried to do this a year and a half ago, hey, Lisa Marie, whenever it was, for some reason I couldn't get it. I don't know why. But it's so easy. And I learned how to edit. Girl, listen, did y'all see my Timu haul? Yeah, it's on. It's on. Listen. It came on. This is the third season. It came on MGM Plus. That's a new streaming thing. It was on Epix the last two seasons. This time it's on MGM Plus, and I wasn't getting no more streaming apps. It came out in January, so I've been begging my son to pay for it. Right, child. I happened to look. Hey Denise, I happened to look yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. I just discovered it because I got Hulu. And it was on Hulu, and I said, is this the right season? Child, I've been watching it in between doing YouTube, and Hulu is owned by ABC, and so at the end of the first show, it said ABC Premiere Productions or some kind of ABC production. So that's why maybe you're able to see it on Hulu. So if you got Hulu, you can watch it. You didn't see the Timu Hall? I put it up today. I'm so proud of myself, y'all, because I edited it. Y'all know I don't edit, but I got it now, right? I edited it. I put on each outfit, all right? I am so proud of myself. I am the cameraman, the makeup artist, the wardrobe, the IT. I'm everything, right? And I did that today, and I'm proud of myself, right? It's going to pay off one day. You love your 3 or 4. Yeah, listen. The blue and white dress is the one I really, really wanted, right? But it was a little too big. I ain't sure if I want to send it back because I bought some slides from them, some leopard slides, and I was trying to give it back to them, right? And they said no need to send it back, just keep it, and they refunded me my money. Now, when I finish with y'all, I'm gonna go on there and see if I can what they gonna say about that dress, right? They refund me because the brown one is a little too big up here. I guess my chest ain't big enough. But I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna just get some nice necklace or something and wear it so it don't look so big on me. Or I might take it up. I can seamstress a little bit on the side. Girl, I am Lisa Marie. I am, child. When I tell y'all, sometimes I'm tired. But I do it. I'm doing it because this is what I'm gonna be doing forever. This is it right here, right? Yeah, thanks, Nick. This is what I'm doing. This is it, y'all. All social medias. Yeah, the slides is comfortable. I got about 5 pair of them right now. I got to figure out how to pay for them. Because, let me tell you, 2 reasons why I like Temu and Shein, right? I get a lot of makeup and stuff from Shein. Shein got clothes, too. I got a cute top. That white top I had on the other day, that tied in the back, I did a outfit of the day that came from Shein. I got that from Shein. For little or nothing, too much or nothing, right? But the reason why I like 2 reasons why I like Shein and Temu. For one, they have quad pay. I'm poor. I can try to if it costs $10, I can give you $2 every 2 weeks or something like that, right? However it go. And 2, I like their stuff. A gang of Temu for the grandchildren. I got my grandkids, thanks. I got my grandkids something in the basket. And I ain't got no money, but I got my grandkids something in the basket, the twins. Yeah, so I had got that from Shein. But that was the first, I think, piece of clothing. I think that's the only clothing I got from Shein. No. I had a real cute, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna do an outfit of the day with it. It's a church dress with it's blue. It's royal blue, and it's got like a thing, a long shell or something to go on top of it. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all one day. I'm gonna do it, and maybe Sunday. I'm gonna do a outfit of the day and show y'all. I got that from Shein for a little nothing. I got two things from Shein. Usually I just get makeup and stuff like that from them, right? But I like the fact, because I don't have no money. I really don't have none now. But I like the fact, you know, Amazon was my thing, y'all. I was buying stuff from Amazon before I left Cleveland. Then once I left Cleveland and the pandemic came, I was getting a package every day. I was sitting home and just shop. Ain't going nowhere, just shop, right? Love me some Amazon. I did. And Fashion Nova. I was a Fashion Nova girl. And somebody just told me today that Fashion Nova got Quad Pay. The last time I bought something, maybe it was last year, they didn't have Quad Pay. I like the fact that layaway is in my mind. Y'all remember layaway? Layaway. I like the layaway. I can buy it and it be at my house and then I pay y'all. And then what I just discovered, let me tell y'all what I just discovered the other day, y'all, about Klarna. That's who you pay through, right? Klarna, I didn't have the money. It was coming up this week. I didn't have it. Y'all know I ain't got it, right? They, you can stretch it out. You can stretch it out 10 days or 12 days or something. You can extend your time, child. You can change your dates. Lord, I ain't gonna never stop shopping with them. Hey, program. Girl, what about them ducks? Child, did y'all know that ducks fly? I thought ducks didn't fly. I thought they waddle. Did y'all know that ducks fly? She got some ducks at her house. They all up on the roof. The world coming to an end, child. Because I did not know that ducks fly. Definitely didn't know they'd be up in the air. Did not know that. They always taught us that ducks didn't fly. That's what they taught us in school, right? I need to go back. I need to go back because there's some stuff they didn't teach us and some stuff they did teach us that's a lie, right? Hood ducks. Is that what they is? Hood ducks? Yeah, you said that. Yeah, hood ducks, for real. Because they was all up on the roof. She sent me a picture. They was all up on the roof. What y'all doing up there? Child, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. And then she said she saw one fly. Now, I ain't never seen a duck fly. You know, ducks be around at the pond and all that stuff, right? At Cleveland, we got a duck pond. They be all around there at the duck pond. I ain't never known no ducks and fly. Shit getting crazy around here. Let me tell y'all something. I don't really have an agenda today. You know why? Because the whole Black America, for sure, is talking about Carlee Russell. Man, they is killing her on TikTok. You know, on TikTok you can cuss. They cussing her out on TikTok. I went on TikTok because I went to upload my Temu haul, right? Every post I saw, they was cussing Carlee out. Somebody I just saw, they've been on live about her for 2-3 hours. They was on live a couple of hours ago. Them same people still on live with a whole bunch of people. You know how you have a whole bunch of people on the live, right? Child, she done did her big one. It's on all over the internet. That's all. It's to surpass everything. She done did way more than Jussie Smollett. Because was they ever looking for Jussie? Jussie he wasn't never missing. He just told a lie. Child, her mama and them gonna have to move. They gonna have to move. They gonna have to go somewhere where don't nobody know them. They gonna have to move. You feel sorry for her? I don't really feel sorry for her. She need to learn her lesson. She need to get a lesson out of this. Because people have been praying, reposting, looking for, putting up money, all the efforts of the police departments and Secret Service. Secret Service. I ain't never known Secret Service come look for no regular person, unless they wanted, unless they had a warrant. Secret Service came to get me. They was looking for me, right? But I ain't never ain't attention seeker. That's what everybody's saying on the thing. And so let me tell y'all this. Her Instagram is still up. Why you got your Instagram still up, girl? The boyfriend, I guess he the ex now, then took all her posts down, pictures of her down. He got 5 posts up there just to him. He then took, after he heard the evidence, because that's what it was, after he heard the evidence, he took her down. So I guess he immediately quit her. He must have quit her, right? Uh, I'm still waiting for the police. Well, how many days y'all gonna wait till y'all go talk to her? Y'all just gonna let that slide? I would like to know what her mom and daddy do, cause they live in a very nice subdivision. You know, I was looking at the pictures on her page. They do live in a subdivision, very nice, very clean, very new, very new. Uh, hey T, I'd like to know what they do for a living. Who is they politically connected? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see why y'all ain't went to got that girl and go talk to her. They shoot them out the sky. They do go duck hunting. The ducks be in the sky. I guess they do, huh? What they do, huh? Well, no, you know what? I thought duck hunting, they just be looking for them like deers or something. Oh, that's skeet shooting up in the sky, right? So they be shooting them out the sky. Ducks be in the sky. I must be retarded. They must didn't teach us that. Cause I don't know nothing about that. I think I'm pretty smart. I ain't never heard of no ducks flying. Never in my life. I ain't know they had the capabilities. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, listen, y'all. I'm on here. The internet and the lights went out briefly. May happen again. And, you know, I'm not used to this weather. So it gets extremely hot here, right? And so I've been told that it gets so hot that it has to rain. Because I'm like, where we at? Seattle, it always rain. It just rain every day, right? But it'll come back sunny, right? I don't know if it will tonight because it's getting got dark. But the wind was blowing wildly. And so it took my internet out for a moment, took the lights out briefly, and it took the internet. I'm going to change internet because this internet is horrible. I'm going to see about it tomorrow. About getting, my daughter said get AT&T, she got an account with them, but I got T-Mobile, and T-Mobile, if they in this area, I may just go on with T-Mobile, right? I just don't want my bill to be so high, but you know, I got two phones, I ain't got but one in my possession, I'm still paying for the other one, the service on the other, because I want to keep my number, and so now if I get internet, I think it's $40 or $50 more, I don't know, I'll see tomorrow, because I can't, every other day the internet blow out, and then, y'all, let me tell y'all the killing part. So I owed them $25 from last month. The bill about $75, I think, right? Do y'all know they cut my internet off briefly for that $25? They cut it off and right away immediately. Y'all ain't said nothing about we gonna deduct for all these days you've been out, because you know that one time we was out for about 3 days. We didn't have no internet, maybe 4. I can't remember because we had a generator. So y'all ain't taking into account. That's disrespectful. Y'all ain't taking into account. Ain't nobody took nothing off for them days that we didn't have service, right? And as soon as, and I pay it every month, evidently I want it, we need it. Internet is a necessity. It's not a luxury no more. It's a necessity, right? So, yeah, I see it keep going in and out now. So, you know, y'all ain't gonna deduct from that. As soon as I was one day, the bill was due on the 6th, they cut it off on the 7th. They cut it right back on because I gave them the money. But they cut it off on the 7th. Like, I'm really sick of these bills down here in Atlanta because they're not like other places I live, especially Cleveland. They call you immediately. I paid my gas bill. I pay all the bills, right? I pay my gas bill, and I owed them. If she said call back and get a payment plan, let me tell y'all what I found out about the gas bill, y'all. Here. So I'm used to not paying a gas bill in the summer because I'm not using gas. And my stove is electric, right? So I'm thinking in my mind, I ain't going to have no gas bill. The bill was $73 or $83. And I called her like, why my bill? Why do I have a bill? She said, well, you're right. You only use $22 worth of gas. I guess that's the hot water, right? You only use $22 worth of gas. But because we get the service from XYZ, they charge $49. She said, no matter what gas company you use, because they got a lot of gas companies down here, you're going to be charged at $50. So you mean to tell me I got to pay $73 even when when I'm not using no gas? That don't make no damn sense. Yeah, you got to have internet. Listen, child, and they text you, they email you, all of them. The lights, not so much, but the gas and the internet, hey, Angel. They text you and stuff all the time. Like, get off my thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they have you thinking like the gas company was emailing me. So I called him. I said, y'all didn't get my money? He was like, yeah, we got it. Well, why is y'all emailing me and texting me? Like, child. Hey, Sheila. talking about these bills. I don't really like these bills here. And quiet as it's kept, y'all, I like Atlanta. I like, there's a lot of activities and a lot of things to do, and it's really pro-black down here. But I ain't liking the way their system is set up. For my cable company, it's told the credit, oh, you got to ask for it, huh? See, I'm going to call mine tomorrow. I'm telling them I'm leaving. Now, what I do know, at least in Cleveland, they had a retention team. And I remember they wouldn't let me order, I wanted a pay-per-view at home one time. And my daughter-in-law at the time worked for whoever this was. And she said, call them and tell them you're going to quit them. And they're going to put somebody, going to put retention on the phone and they're going to keep you, right? Sure enough, they did. So tomorrow, I'm going to call Xfinity and tell them I'm quitting them. I am going to quit them, though. As soon as T-Mobile got service in my area, I'm going to go on and give it T-Mobile. Because my service keep going out, y'all. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here because looking at my computer, it keeps saying disconnected, reconnected. In Chicago, you have to call and request credit for outage. Yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow and request the credit because y'all just going to cut my shit off once a week. The last time I was off for 3 or 4 days. And as soon as I don't pay it, you cut it off the next day. What kind of shit is that? So, yeah, I don't like the way they do billing down here. I don't like it at all. You know, and I'm like, well, Jackie, now my 2 years to be up here in this house. I know I'm going to leave here, even though I don't want to, but I have to because I don't like it. I like the house. I don't like, my neighbor next door is a hoarder. She ain't cut her grass since I moved here, and it's sky high. And that's going to create rodents, which I had some last year, and the people had to come out and seal up all the holes, so hopefully they won't come in this time, right? But my neighbors on the other side don't clean up. Their ghetto is to death, right? Whole street nice, but I'm in the middle of these people's, right? A more up-to-date modem. Yeah. I only had it. I ain't been here. I only had it 18 months. But I'm gonna get with them. I'm gonna get with them tomorrow, definitely, because it clicked out today. It always click out. As soon as the wind blow, it click out, right? My grandbabies came in here running. They terrified. One of them, the one like me, she fearless. She don't give a damn, right? But the baby, the youngest twin, she terrified. So I got to see about that. But I don't really like the billing, right? And I said, well, Jackie, you can't keep moving from state to state. I like it here. I do. I don't know though what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm gonna let God lead. I'm gonna pray about it and let him tell me what to do. Every year. Oh, okay. Thanks, God. Cause see, like where I'm from in Cleveland, it don't do all this. You know what I'm saying? It just don't, right? It don't click off. We have snow. It don't snow on the wires and all that. It don't do all that. Every time the wind blow a little bit here, it click out, right? So I got to see about that. Sometimes it click back on like it did tonight, but and sometimes it don't. So I got to see about that. But anyway, Carlee boyfriend and discontinued her from his IG. I want to know what the conversation is like in her mom and them house. What they talking about? What y'all think they talking about? They just watching TV chilling, or is they over there panicking? That's what I want to know. What's the conversation like in the house? And what y'all think the daddy's saying? Because the daddy was just sitting there, mom was doing all talking. I think mama run the household. And that's always bad when the woman run the household. You got a whole man in there, right? I got a cousin that's henpecked. I've never really seen a henpecked man. I got a cousin henpecked like shit, y'all. I don't want to talk too much in case some of them on here and figure out who I'm talking about. He's henpecked. I've never seen that. Never in my life. And I just come to realization of it the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years that that's what the deal was. Standing back from her. Her family is wishing they hadn't done that. Wow, who told them that was a bright idea? And she said, if she was a mother like me, bitch, have you lost your entire mind? That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have, first of all, I've been in my room watching TV. You want to deal with that yourself, sis. I love you, but you want to handle that. What term? What term, Eve? Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have never met. And I'm telling you, the mama thinks see, listen, the girl's spoiled. She's 25 and spoiled. That lets me know somebody spoiled her, right? Henpecked. That's because they don't even make them like that no more. That's why. I'm telling you, he henpecked. I ain't going to talk too much in case another cousin see it on here and try to figure out who I'm talking about. But he don't even really associate, so they ain't going to really know because he don't associate. He ain't allowed to. So-called perpetrating that their children be stupid. Yeah. See, this is the thing. I believe in schooling your children. Now, my daughter said I sheltered her, and I did because she was a girl. My boys, go on, handle your business, right? And I raised them differently. She's mad about that still to this day. She's still talking about that. Trying to come up with a reason, give her attorney to. See, I hope they got an attorney. Because they should have had an attorney, so he would have told them not to go on NBC. NBC ain't the one to go. You'd have did better off on BET or TV1 or something. You go on NBC? And NBC was patronizing and let the black girl interview, and she was like, oh, really, what happened? She wasn't even being a reporter, because when I first saw it, I was like, is she a reporter or is she their friend, right? Reporters usually don't, their expressions don't change. They're reporting, you know what I'm saying? They're interviewing, right? I hope they got an attorney now. And I hope they didn't think that in my mind, I think they stupid, and I think they think that press conference was on their side. Basically, what they did in a very nice way is let Black America know she lying. In a nice way. Nice as they could. They let Black America know she lying. She lying, right? Now, the court of public opinion, Carlee did all that just to get her boyfriend's attention because he was, right, like, now he don't want you at all, sis. And see, this is what I'm saying. Now, mama ain't gave her no games. See, a lot of times people go to college. I've been to college too, but they do stuff and they don't give their kids no game. If you ever want your child to go outside to the outside world, you need to give them some game, or at least let them go around the cousins that got some game, or that one auntie that cussed. Because she did that. That was dumb. That was dumb. Interviewer was trying to get the parents to relax and tell everything. Is that what she was trying to do? Because every time I looked at her, she was like, oh, her face. I was like, who is this person, right? Now, you wanted attention from dude. All the girls is in his DM. Now, he ain't a bad-looking dude. He look kind of stupid. But he ain't a bad-looking dude at all, right? If you like light-skinned dudes, light-skinned, corny dudes, he's the one. The story she told the police is crazy. A hitchhiking right. An orange-haired abductor. She's tied up in an abandoned wig. Right. Yeah, you got to give your kids some game. Or either they can't go outside. No, they can't never go outside. You got to tell them something. You might not can get all down and gritty with them, but you got to tell them something. She didn't know it was cameras. Bless her heart. She didn't know they could forensically check her computer. That's the part I don't understand. Like, you ain't never watched no show. You don't watch CSI, Law and Order, nothing. Oh, you ain't seen you got to see the press conference, child. You got to watch the press conference. The press conference is going to tell you everything you need to know in a nice way. They never said, we don't believe this hoe, she lying. They ain't say that. Did not say it. They presented the evidence like white folks do. They presented the evidence. You make up your own mind. They presented the evidence. I'm going to tell you what killed it. What killed it was her Google searches. I'm going to just give you a brief synopsis, Ms. Black. The Google search did it for me. Wait, I didn't believe it way back when she said the baby walked. Let me tell you what really did it. The first thing that did it. First thing that did it was they said they could see from the drones and the cameras that she drove. Once she called the 911, she drove 600 yards. 600 yards is equivalent to 6 football fields. Okay? So she drove 6 football fields. Now, what she told them was she was following the baby. That right there just don't make no sense. That right there, just close the door, get out my house, close the door, turn out the lights, bye-bye. You was following the baby. The baby didn't veer off. The baby went straight. The baby went straight. And, yeah. That's 6, that's what I'm saying. The baby went straight. The baby didn't. Right now, if I send one of my twins somewhere, they gonna do this, right? The baby went straight on the highway. Just followed the line, stayed inside the lines. I know grown folks can't stay inside the lines. Should send her a bill for the hours. Yeah, that's what somebody said they should send her a bill, but I think it should go a little deeper than that, so you'll learn, because she ain't gonna learn her lesson. See, mama got her in there holding her like she a baby. Baby, it's gonna be all right. We don't worry about it. Instead of telling the bitch, you about to go to jail. I remember one time I got in trouble, y'all, it was a long time ago, right? And they was looking for me, right? And I I went and met up with my brother-in-law, right? Street dude. And he sat down, nice as he could be. He was nice as he could be. You know, I'm in tears. I'm frantic, right? And he said, "Now I'm gonna tell you something now, sis." He called me Mike. He called me Fast Black. He was, "I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. We gonna get you out though. But you going to jail." It's like, "Oh no!" It's like you going to jail, right? Her mama ain't telling her the truth. Her mama telling her they gonna get her out. Yeah, and what I want to know, even imagine she's in a psych ward now since the police haven't gotten closer. She is still at home. They waiting. They said they letting her rest while they still investigate. Because there's okay, back to what I was saying. So that part about her following for six football fields, the baby. You just, first thing you do, you see a baby, you pick the baby up. Oh my God, there's a baby, pick the baby up. All right, the second thing, which really killed it for me, just closed the door, is the fact that they Google search. She Google search Amber Alert. She Google search what's the maximum age for an Amber Alert. She little dummy thought they were gonna put an Amber Alert out on her. And she 25. Then she searched the bus station. Then she bought a ticket. She bought a ticket to go to Nashville, Tennessee. Then she searched how to steal money how to take money out of cash register. That's what I said. I want to know what they do because they got to be politically connected some kind of way. And then she searched. After she searched that, wait, where my notes at? I tell you, I got my notes still right here. She searched because I highlighted that because I couldn't believe she did that. She searched. She searched the film Taken, which is, and then somebody dug way back. And she posted that Taken was her favorite movie. So she searched about abduction movies. Okay? Walking home, I don't know, when she got closer to home, she started... Yeah, the ring lights. The neighbors... The ring cameras. The neighbors saw it on their ring cameras. Look, she don't understand that there's cameras everywhere. When I was growing up, they said Big Brother always looking. Big Brother definitely looking now. You know, have y'all noticed, you can be talking on the phone, right? You can say, "Oh, I want some... whatever. I'm talking about ducks." When I get back on my phone, it's gonna be something about some ducks on my phone. They can hear you. Listen, they all around. Anything you talk about, it's gonna come down your timeline if you're on any social media. Next thing you know, you're gonna see it on your timeline, right? Let me tell you what this guy told me. I ain't tried it, because I guess I believe him, right? He said he covers up his TV. You know, your TV be off that little dot right there? He said they can hear you or something through the dot. I don't know how true that is, but he said he covers up his dot. He gave me the story of what made him think that, and at the time it sounded like it made sense, right? When I was young, someone told you don't see everybody this. You don't, because I see all kind of stuff out my window. Not so much at this house because I sit up on a hill, but I always look out my windows. And my kids be like, "Man, don't be that lady, don't be that lady, don't be that neighbor. This is my house and these my windows. I can look out. Don't clown. You don't want me to see what you're doing, don't do it. Because I'm definitely looking. I don't hide it." Listen, when my neighbors moved over there, I knew they was ghetto as they was moving in, right? So I was looking at them out my window, right? So I guess they thought I was gonna not look because they saw me. I don't give a damn about you seeing me. So once they saw me and he waved like he was being funny, I went right to my side door. "Hey y'all, what's happening? Y'all moving in?" Shit, "I don't care nothing about you seeing me. This is my house, my eyes, my windows. You supposed to cover the on your phone and computer too." Uh-huh. You cover the what on your phone and computer? Well, they know everything I'm doing. Because it'll come right down my timeline. It'll come right down my timeline. I ain't doing nothing. Not today. No way. So, they had them that technology years ago. They'd had something. I ain't doing nothing today. Ooh, Lord, can you imagine? Ooh, Lord. If they had this technology in the 90s, oh, my God. Early 2000s, I was doing all kind of stuff, right? Y'all wouldn't even know because I'd be in the penitentiary. Still. Mm-hmm. You supposed to... They was. Let me tell y'all something. I think the best era was the 90s for me, in my age group, was the 90s. The 90s was colorful. 90s was colorful. People's clothes was colorful. I had so much fun in the 90s. I'm trying to relive that again. Yeah, 21 in the chat. My aunt had a friend who looked out for us as kids. She stayed in the window. Yeah, I'm in the window. I don't care nothing about that. And, I'll say something. My kids be like, Mom, quit saying stuff to people. I say what I want to say. Let me tell you something. Went to the store the other day. So, y'all remember I bought that nasty tuna. This store I got the nasty tuna from, right? And the girl, I told y'all this. The girl was sitting there looking like she was 5 years old with a scarf on her head. I said, "Oh, you look like a kid." She was mad at me, right? Because I left my bread and my eggs, and she just said, "Hey, ma'am, come get this." She gave it back to the customer service people. But I just say what I want to say. I'm respectful with it. I'm respect. Hey, Lorraine, I'm respectful with it. You think the '80s? See, the '80s was disco. I ain't really like disco. I ain't really like disco, even though I was out all the time every night. I didn't really like disco. I ain't really like disco. I didn't really like disco. But it did have some good R&B music, though. Classic R&B music in the 80s, for sure. Right? When I listen to some Isleys now, the Isleys, them songs, this is 50 years old, and you can play them right now and have a good time. The late 80s, okay. But also for me, R&B was the bomb, yeah. For me, it's twofold because that's crack came out, at least in my city, in the late 80s. And shit changed in my city. Shit changed for everybody. It's the communities and all that. Right? It changed a lot. I lost a good dude from that. Even though he's happily married now. I'm going to tell y'all something. This is a secret. Don't tell nobody. I ain't no hater. I just be like, well, how did that happen, right? Now, he's happily married. They even bought a house. They having a good time. Wonderful. I love it, right? Where mine's at? This nigga was a whole crackhead for years, right? Yeah. Anyway, the 90s, I had a good time. I lived in Cincinnati in the 90s. I had a great time. And the little while I was in Cleveland in the 90s was good. Because, you can do stuff that you can't do now. It's not in Cleveland, no way. Cleveland is a horrible place and it's very, very violent. Now, let me tell you something down here will get on my nerves. My son got an ice cream truck, so sometimes I get on an ice cream truck with him. And every time we pull up in these complexes, it's the littlest of niggas, the littlest ones, the niggas that got their legs this big, got big guns. The guns is bigger than them. Why y'all got these guns? And they look like 15, 16. That's what scares me. Where's your mama and them at? Where is your mama and them at? They have the biggest guns. I didn't know why the guns are so big. My son said they got double clips on them. And one time we went to a park and it was a kiddie party at the park. Every nigga came to the ice cream truck from the party. These are somebody's daddies and uncles, young dudes, had big giant guns. You can't come to my kid's party with the guns. No, I don't care. You can't. And what I don't understand, little man, Midnight Star. And I went to see Midnight. Was it Midnight Star? Was it Rolls Royce? That's what I went to see. Like, you can't come around me. I don't want, because I'm shell shocked. I've been shot before. So I got PTSD behind that. I only like to see guns, right? I got one in my house. I had one in my house for years I didn't even touch. It was in my drawer. But I didn't need to touch it because ain't nobody coming in here, right? But I just don't understand. And these are the people that's, like when I was young, I looked up to my uncles and stuff, right? I thought they was the greatest men on earth, right? But now, these kids, who they looking up to? These dummies? The jeans? First of all, your jeans, you ain't got no belt on. And your pants is below your buttocks. And then you got a nerve to have a gun in it. And I said, one day a dude walked up at the park I'm telling you about. He had the gun up under here holding it like this. So now if you drop this big gun, is the bullets going to cap off? Right? My son said one day he was somewhere. Me too. He was somewhere and the gun did drop. Like, I can't. I can't. These are the people that's going to be, this is the future? This is the future? I don't understand. And they walk with their hips. Like, don't you want to be comfortable in your clothes? What is the point of that? Yeah, I have. That's going to be in my book. Yeah, I have. I have. As a kid. Yes, I have. As a kid. I thought I told y'all. That's some stuff I'd have been through. I don't even talk about because it's so far back, right? But it's in my book. Definitely gonna be in my book. Yeah, they weren't shooting at me. They were not shooting at me. I was a kid. Yeah. I did. God, listen. God been with me my whole life. He been with me, right? Because I got shot I'll tell y'all the whole story. Like I said, it's in my book. I've written that part already in the book. I was 13, and I got shot. Yeah, I am a survivor of a whole bunch of shit, right? And that's why I just, some days I get sad. Today I almost got sad, but I just keep moving, right? Because he saved me. He been right there with me, right? I had no mama, daddy, none of that shit, and I was going through all kind of hell. But anyway, I got shot. A man was shooting at his girlfriend, right? Uh, and he was shooting at his girlfriend. I was suspended from school. I was with my older cousins. They was grown, right? And so they was going to pay on their furniture. These is my cousins. They just setting up house. So I'm going with them because I had got suspended from school because I fought. I fought all the time. I had to fight everybody all the time, right? And I was the only child. I was new. I had to fight everybody. And I come to school prepared to fight. Okay, I'm gonna pick the person I'm fighting today, right? So anyway, I got suspended, and I go with my cousins. We standing at the bus stop at the corner of my street at the bus stop. Now there was a man. We was inside the donut shop, and from inside the donut shop, next door to the donut, it was a live active corner. It was a donut shop, and it was a grocery store, a little baby grocery store, and then it was a floor shop, I think in between there, right? Well, anyway, yeah, and he had on a dress or skirt or something. I ain't with all that. So anyway, I could hear the pavement pounding. I could hear them pounding the pavement, I should say. I could hear that from inside the donut shop, right? The bus stop was in front of the donut shop. We went to get some donuts. So we go outside because I could hear the pavement. Now, I don't know if my cousins could hear, but I could, right? When we get outside, the grocery store was next door. The lady was crouched down in front of the grocery store like this. The man had the gun on top of her. I can't remember if he shot or not. I think he did. Didn't hit her, right? I'm standing there in shock because I'm a kid. I'm 13, right? I turn around and she grabs me. She grabs me. She uses me as a shield. That is what it said in the paper, and that is what she did. She used me as a shield. I turn around and start running. Now, she's behind me, but I was in an alley, brick buildings. The bullets were ricocheting off the buildings and hit me 4 times, didn't hit her any times, right? She was behind me and didn't hit her no times. One of my friends, so, I was back there. It's a whole long story. But anyway, I end up going to the hospital and so on and so forth. One of my friend's father was an auxiliary police. We had auxiliary police back in the day. And he heard it over the walkie-talkie, whatever, right? And they captured the man. Yeah, 4 times. And they captured the man. I have fragments still in my leg now. They captured the man, and we ended up going to court. Now, let me tell you this. This is what happens when you're a foster child. I had nobody to go to court with me, right? I had nobody to speak up for me at all. Not a social worker, not the people that foster parent, nobody, right? I want to say one of my cousins went with me, or one of my aunts or somebody went with me. And I think it was my cousins, and they were young, When I got to court, they said it has been not dismissed, but it was over with because he pled guilty. So I never saw the man. But somebody I knew later on in life, one of my cousin's boyfriends, knew the man. And knew him for the penitentiary or whatever, right? I still remember his name and her name, right? And he did go to jail for that. I don't know how long he stayed, but he did go to penitentiary for that. But he kept shooting, and the thing was, before I started running, when the lady, I'm standing there in shock. I never seen this, and when I go to hit her, I got shot right here. Y'all probably can't see that. I don't even know if you can see it anymore. You can't, not really. It's a mark here, and it's a mark here. The bullet went that way and came out this way, right? Came out that way. Now, once they calmed me down, I could feel the bullet moving. It was a 22, so 22s travel. I could feel it moving around, and it grew up like this on my wrist, right? I remember, this is why I listen to everybody, right? I learned a lesson that day. Just because you're a drunk or a bum or whatever you are, I can listen to you. If you're older than me, I'll listen to you. Now, I take the good, keep it, and the bad throw out. So I thought I was going to die because I've been watching TV, and I thought every time you got shot, you died, right? And a wino sitting on the curb somewhere I said, am I going to die? He said, no, baby, you're going to be all right. right? Now, did he really know it? I don't know, but I took it to heart and said, the man said I'm going to be all right, so I'm going to be all right. And I was all right, right? Thank God I was a 22. Thank God that it didn't do damage. You know, I got shot in my leg, I got shot in here, and I got shot in my butt, my leg. Yeah, 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And the killing part about it, the man, let me tell you what the man said. The man said, this is what he told the police or the judge or somebody, that if he couldn't have this woman, nobody could. So he was going to kill her. He was going to kill her because she didn't want him no more. Okay? And book and then movie, absolutely. 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 And the thing is, when the woman was crouched down, let me tell y'all this. When the woman was crouched down, the grocery store man locked the door. That's why she was crouched down. I saw him lock the door, right? And then she crouched down. Now, them same 2 businesses end up moving down and around on another main street, right? And I asked that man when I got grown, did he remember that, the man that locked the door? And I'm trying to think if he said yeah or whatever he said. But I asked him that, and I told him, you locked the door on that lady, and I got shot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a child. The foster people, listen, when I got out of the hospital, first of all this is in my book. When I went to the hospital, the foster people who was in charge of me did not come to the hospital, would not come to the hospital. So I laid in the hallway. Luckily, it was not life-threatening. I laid in the hallway for hours. And then they contacted one of my aunts, and she came to sign the papers because the foster people didn't want responsibility for the bill. Okay? Now, I was a foster child. I'm sure the state would have paid it. I don't know how that worked, but I'm sure the state would have paid it because they hadn't adopted me. I was a foster child. And then they went, when it was time for me to get out, my aunt again had to come get me and take me to that house. They were gone. They went to the Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby. And my 2 cousins that was like I was 13, they might have been 20, 21, something like that. They was barely grown themselves. Sat with me. Mm-hmm. And I had to sit on a pillow. Yeah. Oh, well, that was back then. That was, in the 70s. When was that? The 70s, When, they didn't care about kids like they do now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And all of that will be in more detail in my book. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my friend's father caught the man. He was an auxiliary police, right? Caught the man a few streets down. Yeah. So, I had been through a lot before I even got grown, y'all. It go deeper than that. I had been through a lot. The only thing that didn't happen, I didn't die, and nobody didn't molest me. I did not get molested. You know what I'm saying? Which I found out later that a lot of girls got molested in them situations, right? So, yeah. Yeah, that happened. Sure did. That happened. And for years, I mean years, decades, fireworks and any kind of popping sound did something to me. Now, I believe I should have got some therapy because I had PTSD, right? And I know that's what it is, right? Now, fireworks and stuff don't bother me now because we popped off at my house in Cleveland. We popped off every year. It was a tradition. But prior to that, I couldn't hear that kind of stuff. If I heard a pop, I would duck. I traumatized. I was traumatized behind that, right? And to think that the people that were to care for you did not, right? And a lot of times my kids will say, you hard and this and that. It's not that I want to be, and it's not that it's intentional. It's just that's the way I had to be. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I had to be. Hey, little grandma. Yeah, that's just the way I had to be. I had to be rough. I had to be tough. I had to be stoic. Because if I was gonna cry, who was gonna get me? Who was gonna do something about it? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because the house I lived in, the second foster home, they clearly didn't give a damn about me, right? Yeah, that's just what it is. Now, I know how to be soft now because I'm conscious of it. For years, I wasn't conscious of that, right? I'm conscious of it now. So if I get around the right person, I would become soft and all like that. But yeah, I did. I went to college. I went to college. So I graduated at 17 because I started school at 4 because I was so smart. And it ain't my regret, it's just what happened in life. I feel like had I had someone to nurture me on a daily basis, I could have been a scientist, a doctor, anything, right? But instead I was trying to survive out in the streets, right? because I was real smart, real, and I went to school at 4. So when I graduated, I was 17, but I wasn't mature enough to be there. Wasn't mature enough to be there, and I had a obsessive compulsive boyfriend who was stalking me. I had a stalker boyfriend. I'm a vet and ex-correctional officer. Yeah, that's just what happens, right? And it's like, I would like somebody, I never had, well, I had it once. I had it once when I was really, really young. That's the guy I told you got on drugs. And so that played a part in me being harder, right? Because I was in love with this person and we was going to get married. And then the crack came out, right? And I thought love could conquer all, right? So I don't know, he loved me. He ain't gonna, I would go in crack house, all it was just a whole big thing. That'd be all in my book. But it didn't, right? But we still remained friends and we still had a love for each other. Now, we probably still got a love for each other now, but he has a wife. So I don't talk much about that because, he has a wife, right? And I remember one time on Facebook, because we talk on Facebook, and I said, love you. I say that to my friends. I say that to y'all. I say that to my people when I, how I'm feeling that day. And child, he publicly on Facebook said, don't say you that my wife and all. He just went off on me. And I'm thinking, nigga, what? We cool. Like, I don't want you. You wanted me before you got with her, and I didn't want you, right? I didn't say that, but I was in shock as to why he came like that. And my daughter's like, his wife saw that. She made him say that. But now he'll be in my inbox when he has nice things to say to me. But I'm a loving person. I love everybody. Shit, I love you. I love you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Till I don't. Till you make me not. Right? That's just my personality. And he knows that. Like I said, I ain't mean it like I want to get with you. You my friend. I love you. We known each other all our lives almost, right? I know your family, love your family. They've been in your mama funeral, daddy funeral, some brother funeral. I know these people, right? My son, my oldest son, still calls him dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't get that part. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever. But, yeah, it's been through a lot of things, and so it has hardened me, right? And it ain't like on purpose, because y'all know, y'all see me. What y'all see is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Today, let me tell y'all this. One of my friends have been on my mind, because I'm part psychic, too. Y'all didn't know that. I'm dead serious. I'm part psychic. I just never honed in on it to grow it and cultivate it because I don't want it, right? But one of my friends I have been thinking about a lot. She was a subscriber turned into a friend. Been thinking about her a lot, but I be so busy. I'm so busy on this YouTube trying to grow it on both channels and Facebook and all this stuff, right? When I think about something, the second time is usually at night in the middle of the night. It's too late to call somebody, right? Thank you. And so today, when I put up a video, she commented. And I said, oh, I meant to, because I was thinking about it today. Let me tell y'all why I was thinking about it, because she has a channel, and she's the one who told me what app to use to edit, right? So as I was editing, and I was so proud of myself, I thought about her. And I said, oh, I got to call her. But I thought about it a few days ago and said, I got to call her, right? Well, when I text her, she's sick, right? And me too, Nick. And I said, I knew she didn't look right. I'd seen some video, and I knew she did not look right, right? I'm very in tune to people, right? As I was a nurse as well, and they taught us how to look at people medically, right? Also, I have the skill of looking at people because I'm from the street. So, I know I know what I see when I see it. The average eye don't probably see it, right? And thank you, Nick. And so I reached out, and she was sick, and that hurt me because she helped me. I don't know if y'all remember when my tooth was bad. I had to go to the dentist and all that stuff and get teeth taken out. And so that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could be there to go help her like she helped me. That hurt more than anything else, right? So, I'm just praying for her. Y'all pray for my friend too, because she got to have surgery and it can't get it till August and so on and so forth. And her health is a little bit declining because of what she got going on. So that affected me. You know what I'm saying? And, now this turned into a whole different thing. But, I always knew that if people that I care about or I know are close to me, whatever, because I have friends that are close to me for different periods of my life. I've been close with folks different periods of my life, right? And I have a lot of friends. And I can always feel people's pain, trauma, good, bad, And I never knew what that was, right? Until somebody, recently they said I was an empath, and I researched it. Okay, I am an empath. I always knew I felt other people's pain. I was like, what is that shit, right? Um, so that always affected me. When somebody going through something that happened to them, I'd be so affected, like it's me, right? Uh, and that's one of the reasons why I am not judgmental. I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they was, about judgment. And I said, listen, I don't judge folks. I might laugh about it if it's a funny situation, but yeah, I do. But I don't judge people because I've probably done it, and if I didn't do it, I've thought about doing it, right? So I don't judge people. I don't judge people. Thank you. Oh wow. Somebody else said thank you. I done got real deep in my soul right now, y'all. I got to get out of this. I'm deep in my soul, right? But that affected me. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Yeah, you never know. And I'm telling you, when I was looking at her, and I just said something ain't right. And I see the couple videos I said on Facebook. I said something ain't right. Something is not right. But again, I'm so busy trying to do me, right? Because I'm in a critical point in my life right here, right? So I'm busy. When I tell y'all I'm all day social media, I am, right? And so I be thinking about stuff. When I lay down at the end of the day, I replay the tape and I'm thinking about this and thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I should have called such and such. Oh, I gotta. So now if I can remember it, I try to do it right then like I did today. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, I'll forget till later on in the middle of the night and be like, oh, dang, I was supposed to call such and such. I was supposed to check on such and such. And I mean well all the time. I just don't have, I just don't be having time sometimes, y'all. It's enough. This is why I can't never be in nobody else's business. Because it's enough for me to be in my own, right? I can't try to run my kids' life and all, because I got enough trying to deal with my own self, right? And I always been somebody that's trying to take care of themselves, right? I ain't had nobody to depend on. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and God, right? So, I'm still in that mode. I'm still in that mode, you know. Yeah, don't, if y'all can, cash at me. When I say I'm broke for real, y'all. I'm brokety broke. Uh, Hopefully I will get some purses in the next about 2 more weeks. Hopefully, the vendor. I'm trying to work with a vendor right now, so I could get some money, right? But in the meantime, y'all, help a sister out. Help her eat. Help her get some Zooms. Let me tell y'all something. I don't eat food. Ain't even really that important to me. It's the snacks. Like I'm on a chocolate covered raisins kick, and y'all know I ain't supposed to have all that all the time. And I do it with moderation. But that's just what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like chocolate. And water. And I gotta give you some more water. I get the big, the 40s from Walmart, right? It costs $5. You're in survivor mode, you will come out on top. Yeah, child. Listen, I'm talking about scratching and crawl. Yeah, give it to me, right? I'm waiting to see these 30 days. These 30 days with YouTube, so I can go back in my channel. Let me tell y'all something. My other channel, Taharka, I got another channel. If you're still on here, I have another channel, Fast Black Quick to React. I got 50-something subscribers overnight between yesterday and right now. I'm probably gonna be some more when I get off of here, right? And I got probably more than that, probably close to 8,000 now views on the Shirley Strawberry. I only did about 5 or 6 videos, right? Shirley Strawberry. Totally different people, y'all. I am really happy about that, right? I'm really happy about that. Because I think it took me much longer with this channel to get 100 subscribers. I got 100 in a week's time. And in one day, I got 50-something. Today, between yesterday and today. So I'm like 150-something, right? So I'm really proud of myself because it's a lot of work, because you do something on this channel, you do something on that channel. And now that I'm editing, I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Now, once I get a little change and get my camera situation together, because I got a camera, I just got to get it situated, I'll be good. I'll be good. The twins at the door. I'll be good. But anyway, y'all, they tearing Carlee Russell up on. Hey, ma'am, go back in the living room. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Go back. The oldest one said, "Oh yeah." I show them my videos, right? Like, y'all want to see Grandma on TV? I told y'all that day I recorded them. They was like, "Welcome to our channel." uh, I still hear you all. Anyway, I don't forgot what I was saying, child. Oh, they tearing her up on TikTok. People are cussing her out on TikTok. They is really cussing her out. Everybody I went, every post, you know how you scroll down, everybody was talking about Carlee. I think this is the most talked about situation we had in since when? Like on social media, I think this is about the most talked about situation. Let me tell y'all this. Do y'all know who Dr. Umar is? Umar Johnson? The black activist, Pan-African man, whatever he's called. I like him. Even though some stuff he said could be too much. He got 2 wives or something. But I do like his thought pattern, right? Anyway, yeah, check him out. He wants to sit down and have a sit down with Sukihana, right? He wants to have an intelligent conversation with Sukihana. And she said, now he's been asking her for them all week, right? And he's going to be wherever she at or something. My field trip, that was a couple days ago. I just had enough time to edit it today. Let me tell you something. I'm going to talk about that in 1 minute. So he wants to have a talk with her because people are saying that Suki is embarrassing herself and disrespecting herself and so on and so forth, right? She said today on her IG that she thinks she's going to have a talk with him and maybe he can turn her into a lady. So we'll see where it goes with that, you know. I do think she's went a little too far. Like, I ain't mad at her, but I think she's went a little too far. A little too far. Because whatever you're doing, eating booty and doing whatever you're doing, that don't nobody need to know that, right? But anyway, let me tell you about my field trip. So we went to the King Center and to the Ebenezer Baptist Church. Now, for whatever reason, y'all, for whatever reason, I don't know why I thought the Ebenezer Church was open, right? They was having church service in there, right? Because I said, I'm going to go there one Sunday. My daughter was like, that ain't open. I was like, yes, it ain't. She was like, no. So she said, you want to go in? Let's go in. So we went in. Now, my daughter told me that, because I said, I know that I have friends that went to the Birmingham church where the girls blew up at. I've had 2 friends to go in there that say that you can feel the spirits when you go in that church, right? Okay, so I was telling my daughter that. She said, yeah, that's what I heard about this one. When I tell y'all, as we went through that church, I damn near cried, right? I could feel something, right? Everything is in its original form. And I know it's old because the choir stand was wooden, right? They ain't had no wooden choir stands in years. And the church is on the street where his house is at too, down a little bit further. And I had saw the tomb some years ago, but they've expanded it. Because my sister used to live down here, I came down here, but they have expanded it, right? Well, anyway, as I walked through that church, I can't explain the feeling, but I wanted to cry. And they play on the outside where they call it the Freedom Walk, where his tomb and everything is. His speeches or sermons or whatever are on repeat, right? So you hear him talking the whole while you're there, right? Then I went inside to the King Center. They got artifacts, right? I guess like a little museum, but it's artifacts, right? His robe, his wife's, I don't know if it was a wedding dress, some kind of dress she had. Pictures of them, young pictures of them. They were a very nice looking couple, And what I didn't know, never thought about, I think Martin was short, right? But I recorded it, right? And it was something, y'all. It was a feeling. It definitely was. And you know what was so, maybe because all the black folks down here and been in there already, it was all white folks in there. All white folks in there, right? It was a moment. It was definitely a moment, right? And I don't think I've been here 18 months. Why I hadn't been in there? And I think the reason why I hadn't been in there was because, like I said, I had one with my sister some years ago. But it's much different. It's much bigger. And then across the street, they got the Center for Nonviolent Change. We didn't go in there. But I went in the King Center and the Ebenezer Church. That Ebenezer Church is definitely a feeling. And nobody, you can't talk loud and nothing like that. You got to be respectful and reverent in there, right? That's why some of the video I'm like whispering, because my voice carries, and I don't even really know how to whisper. But it was a moment. I wanted to sit down in there. And I not see. I had the twins, and we wasn't planning on going in there. We was running an errand, and I had to go to the post office and sit some glasses off and all that. We just went in there because we was right there, right? Who's as smart as he could be? He's a scammer. Who's a scammer? And we wasn't really prepared to go in there, but a lot of people were sitting in there, and that's what I wanted to do, just sit and just take it all in. That's what I wanted to do, but we was just stopping in there because we had some other stuff to do. But it was a moment. It was definitely a moment, y'all. Definitely a moment. Yeah, definitely a moment. I actually want to go. See, I like Black history. I'm in love with Black history, right? I still remember, the only teacher's name I remember from high school is my Black history teacher's name was Mr. Salters. I don't remember nobody else's name that taught me nothing but him, right? Who you say a scammer, Lisa Marie? Who's the scammer? Shirley Strawberry husband? Who is the scammer? But yeah, so that was something to do, y'all. So anyway, y'all, I need y'all to make sure you like and all my endeavors, right? I want y'all to look at the Temu haul and like that and comment that. And I put the link. That's what I was going to tell y'all. I put the link and the code in my description on that Temu haul video for you to get coupons and stuff, right? Use the code. And when you put the code in, and then you hit the link, and do all the things, right? Because Temu offers a lot, y'all. That's why I fool with them. They offers a lot, right? And now that I'm an influencer for them, now what I have to do, I didn't do what I said I was going to do today. I did a little bit, but not really. I have to do some green screen stuff. They want you to do green screen stuff, and they want you to pick a specific dress or outfit or whatever. But I think the campaign now is dresses, a specific dress. Screenshot that, put it on the green screen, talk about it. It's a whole thing you got to do. So I'll be doing that in the morning. Because I was a little nervous because I wasn't sure how my editing was going to be. But it came out fine. So I said, okay, I can do this, right? Yeah. Like, okay, now, right? So, I'm happy about all the things because somebody sent me, I seen something today that said, something that I already know, like, keep moving, right? So that's right, Nick. I ain't got it yet, but I'm trying to get it. I'm grabbing at it, right? So, because, I ain't, that's just what I need to do. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that, because a lot of days, y'all, I want to just lay down, and I'm tired. Fuck this shit, right? But I know it's going to be greater later, and this is what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? It's what I got to do. Everything is a job. Just because I ain't going out there working for nobody, I'm still working for myself. It's a job, right? So that's why I told y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Let me just say this. I appreciate y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all all levels. The cash apps, the likes, the comments, the staying active with me. I appreciate y'all. Because I remember when I first started, and it wouldn't be nobody in the live, my feelings would be hurt. I don't give a damn now because I love y'all. I like y'all. Y'all, as long as y'all here, I'm good, right? So, it don't faze me. And a lot of people, I've talked to other people with channels, and they say that they intimidated and they want to give up and so on and so forth. If that's your passion and that's what you like doing, my daughter couldn't have picked a better thing for me to do. Couldn't have picked a better thing for me to do. Who better know me than my child, right? I like to talk. I ain't scared of talking. Like, she's an introvert, so she ain't gonna never, I like to talk. That's what I like to do. I like to give my opinion on things. And I like to look cute while I'm doing it. So, perfect. We locked in. I know that's my girlfriend say. One of my friends said, girl, we into the casket drop. I know that's right. So, yeah, y'all, I got 19 and 19. Come on through, 19. Y'all cash at me $3. That's fine. Because all that add up, right? All that add up. You know what I'm saying? All that add up. That's all I can say. All of it add up, y'all. And it's very much needed and very much appreciated, right? So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I got to watch. I'm on episode 6. They got 10 episodes of Godfather and Harlem. It got me in a headlock. I want to finish it tonight. Much love to you, program. Listen. I want to finish it tonight. I want to finish it tonight because I'm I got a little OCD. I don't know if it's OCD or what it is, but when I start something, I got to finish it, right? And it got to be right? So I got to finish this tonight so that I can get up in the morning, do what I need to do for Timu, and then I got to upload some videos. I don't know what because everybody talking about Carlee, and quite frankly, I'm tired of talking about it because I knew she was lying in the first place. Oh, it do? Shut up! On BET Plus, right? Or regular BET? BET Plus, I got both of them, but which one to come on? Ooh! Y'all don't know the TV makes my day. Let me tell y'all, do y'all want to know why TV makes my day? When I was growing up in that foster home, and they were so crazy, and they're drinking and talking and cussing and not taking care of me, I would go in my room with my phone. We had to plug in old school phones, and the TV, and I watched TV. TV was my friend, and TV is still my friend. BT Plus. Oh, yeah. What time now? Is it on now? I gotta go. Me too. Okay, y'all. Okay. Cash at me, y'all. $3, $2, $1, $4. Cash at me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7:30. I'm getting ready to get ready for 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm ready to get ready. Go use the bathroom, take my wig off, take my clothes off, get ready to watch All the Queen's Men. All right, see y'all. Oh, yeah.